Names are important in the Bible, the names of God and the names of the children of God, because each one of those names contains a treasure. It's a revelation of who God is or a revelation of who we are. And there's a name of God that is really occupying my heart and mind today, and that's the Lord of Sabaoth. It's only found 2 times in the New Testament. And the word Sabaoth is drawn from Old Testament Hebrew. It means the God of armies or the God of hosts, the Lord of hosts, which in essence means the God of an army of angels that are poised and ready for battle. Well, what are the 2 times in the New Testament where this particular name for God appears? Romans chapter 9, James chapter 5. In Romans chapter 9, Paul said, "Except the Lord of Sabaoth, the Lord of hosts, the God of an army of angels, had left us a seed." And in the previous verses, he was talking about a remnant shall be saved. And that remnant is a seed that God has left. Strangely, the word translated seed is sperma. And of course, the sperm contains the DNA of the Father. So in a metaphorical, spiritual sense, those who are born again, blood washed, and regenerated by the Spirit of God have the DNA of God. We have a transfer of like attributes, like characteristics. And the scripture said, "Except the Lord of hosts, the God of an army of angels, had left us a seed, we would have been like Sodom and would have been made like Gomorrah." So we would have been like Sodom in its corruption and would have been made like Gomorrah in its destruction. In other words, we would have been in a similar way corrupted and destroyed, just like Sodom and Gomorrah. But God, the Lord of Sabaoth, the God of an army of angels, is preserving a remnant in this world. Now let's jump over to chapter 5 of the Epistle of James. He said, "Go now, you rich men, weep and howl for your miseries which are coming upon you, because your gold and silver is corroded." And he said, "The cries of the reapers, those who mowed down your fields, which has been kept back by fraud from them, has entered into the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth." In other words, the God of an army of angels is going to bring judgment on the elite wealthy of the world who have gained their wealth through deception, who have gained their wealth through deceitful purposes and plans implemented by the abusive people. And that judgment that is deserved will fall on the financial system in the last day. And the whole thing is going to collapse in one day. It's a bubble that's going to burst. Now, of course, this is not talking about those who are wealthy yet live righteous lives in conformity to the will of God. It's talking about those who corrupted their own hearts in the acquisition of wealth. And wealth became a god to them. But the Lord of hosts, the God of an army of angels, is going to bring a downfall to the economic system of this world. And I believe all of these things are going to culminate, reach a peak of fulfillment in the last days. And children of God, we are in the last days. And the Lord of hosts, the God of an army of angels, is about to come back again to his people.